Time now 6:40. Astronomical spring starts in less than 2 weeks, but we've already seen some pretty warm days early in the season. Jack Wu with the 22 News Storm Team explains how 60-degree days could signal a warmer than average spring.
We're seeing some pretty warm temperatures coming around this week. Let's take a look at our seasonal warming chart. Now, winter, according to data from Climate Central, does see the most change over the years in terms of temperatures increasing, and spring actually sees the lowest. But we are looking at some temperatures this week, potentially in the 60s for some places. And I know it sounds a little early, but if we take a look at last year's data, we actually saw the 60s come around in late February of last year. Now, February of 2024 was an exceptionally warm month as compared to the average, and this month was much colder, or rather last month was much colder. This year we're expecting it to come around on the 11th of this month, so almost a full 2 weeks later. And we saw a warm start to spring last year. We had 4 days last year 60 degrees or higher, including 1 day in March of 2024 in the 70s. So we're not exactly looking at that just yet, but we are looking at some above average temperatures, and we can see that pretty clearly on our 8 to 14 day temperature outlook. The West Coast is looking a little cooler than the average for this time of year, and really the East Coast as a whole and the eastern half of the United States seeing some above average temperatures, but you see that dark red in the Northeast. Let's zoom in on that really quick. We could see this is the higher end of the warmer than average, and we're already experiencing that this week with average highs really in the 40s for March. If we keep seeing these 60s continue, we're going to be looking at a pretty warm trend. Working for you, I'm Jack Wu, 22 News.